Brad Holmes got this rebuild started when he took an offensive lineman first round a couple years ago in Penei Sewell. A lot of us were a little confused when we took him, but I think we can all agree now that that was the best pick that we could have made. Looking at this year's draft today, I'm going to be going over my top offensive linemen the Detroit Lions need to get. And quick disclaimer, the video will not include players that aren't interior offensive linemen or will be picked before pick 29. Let's go ahead, let's get into it, starting with prospect number 1. That is Jackson Powers-Johnson out of Oregon. Wears the same number as Sewell. He wears the same jersey as Sewell that he did in college at least, and Jackson Powers-Johnson is a very good offensive lineman. I think he's one of the best in this draft prospect-wise, and that's why he's going to be probably a mid to late first round pick. Now, looking at projections, I do think that he will fall around 29. I think there's a good chance he goes before 29, but if he's there at 29, I would not be surprised if we took him. I would really love to get him. 6'3", 320 pounds, plays center or guard. Some strengths, he's got elite power with big, strong mass, great mobility, and can play center or guard, like I said. And he's got great hand precision as well, great hand placement and all that. There's some weaknesses is that he's smaller in length when it comes to arms. And he can also lift his feet a lot and can lose balance because of that. So looking at Powers-Johnson, man, I'm serious. I would 100% be okay if we took a lineman first round. A guy who, guess what, Frank Ragnow, he's been dealing with injuries for, years now. Never know when he's going to go down. He's probably going to retire after this year anyway. Here's your guy for the future. Glasgow getting a little older. You can replace him, plays guard or center, just like Glasgow does. I think this would be a perfect guy to have as a depth piece and to have as your future starter on that offensive front. I think this would be a great pick first round. Prospect number 2, we have Graham Barton out of Duke, another guy projected to go first round. I think he's going to go right around pick 29. Right now, I would probably have him mocked to like the 49ers or maybe like the even like the Ravens or Chiefs. I think he's going to go right around the 30s, I'd say. So pick 29 would be a great spot to get him. And Graham Barton, looking at him, he played tackle in college. Now, from what I read on PFF, he would be a better guard or center, and he can move there. He might take a year to develop there, but they said he'd be a better center, but he'd also be a better guard than he would a tackle. He just needs to move positions, and he's going to be even better. 6'5", 313 pounds, very explosive athlete, strong frame, and great flexibility to maintain leverage. Some weaknesses is that he does have smaller arm lengths once again, and wraps at times when he's blocking, which can lead to penalties, but sometimes you can get away with it. Now, the whole arm length thing, multiple prospects in this video are going to have a. Is it much of a weakness? No, but it can come back to haunt you when it comes to going up against big offensive linemen and your strength and stuff like that. And when it comes to just being an offensive lineman and having to reach out and take down a guy. So, but I do really like Graham Barton. I would totally take him first round. Prospect number 3, we've got Christian Haynes out of UConn, 6'3", 317 pounds. Another guy who I haven't really seen him mocked much in the first round, but I have seen him mocked very early second round, probably top 40-ish. I would not be surprised if we took this guy at 29. I really wouldn't. I really think this is a guy that Brad Holmes would like. He plays guard. He's a great pass protector and great run blocker. Those are two things he's very good at. Great agility and intelligence. He's also he has really good timing on his blocks when it comes to, putting his hands up. Some weaknesses, he's not very quick, and he's also not very extremely versatile due to being very big. He's very big. You can look at him, he's definitely bigger in size, but I do really like Christian Haynes. If Powers-Johnson was gone as well as Barton, I do think, I would be okay with taking this guy at 29. Again, I'm more of a Kool-Aid McKinstry, Darius Robinson, Chop Robinson kind of guy, even, a Keon Coleman kind of guy. But again, getting extra O-line depth is almost more important than some of those guys. So I don't know, but I really like those guys. Christian Haynes would be a great player to have. Prospect number 4, a very popular guy on this channel, and that's Zack Fraser. A lot of you guys have said in the comments how much you like Zack Fraser, and I've had him in a lot of videos as well. Now, a lot of you told me on my Instagram and even on YouTube that he's not going to be there third round. I agree now. I definitely think he's more of a mid to late second round pick. Some of you say he's going to be like an early or a late first round pick. I don't see that happening. There's too much depth in this year's draft. This O-line class is insane. We got Joe Alt, the guy from Penn State. There's just so much talent. So he's going to end up probably going mid to late second. There's a good chance he falls early third. There really is. Pick 73 is a very early third round pick. I wouldn't be surprised if he fell there. Like again, there's so much depth, and guys like that can fall. And if he falls here, that'd be perfect. I do think there's a good chance he falls. Looking at Zack Fraser, 6'3", 313 on the weight. Former wrestler, which helps with strength and hand technique. Plays center and guard. Great athlete, great intelligence. He bends his waist too much at times, and his arm length is also a little smaller. So again, great player to have. I would think this would be a perfect fit for the Lions for the future as well. Prospect number 5, we have Zack Zinter, the Michigan man, who had a great career at Michigan, right? I mean, I think he's had 33 straight starts, got that horrible injury against Ohio State. Other than that, I mean, there's too much to like about this guy. This is one of my favorite prospects in the draft. I'd say, offensive lineman wise, I'd say top 2 or 3. A guy that you can get third round, and I think be a perfect fit for this team. He plays guard. Looking at some strengths and weaknesses, first of all, he's 6'6", 309, huge size, and a little lower on the weight too, which is surprising for being 6'6". Strong upper body, intelligent and disciplined, and he has great balance and agility. Some weaknesses is that he is recovering from that injury, might not be ready to go day one. Guess what? We're not going to need to start our day one anyway. We already got Zeitler, we got Glasgow, and at center you got Ragnow. We'll probably be okay there. But a guy that can develop, and keep recovering from the injury, make sure he gets fully healthy as well. He's not very quick and explosive as well. Being 6'6", it's going to be hard to be. It really is. So definitely something he can get better at as well. But I do think this would be a great guy, a great fit, and a great player to have on the Detroit Lions. Prospect number 6, the final player of this video, is Cooper Beebe out of Kansas State, and another guy who I really do like, and I think is going to, honestly, looking at interior linemen, I think could be a top 3 guy in this draft. I really do. I think he could be a star in the NFL, one of the better ones in the entire NFL as well over the course of 3-4 years. And I think he's going to be I do think he's going to be one of the better ones as well. He'd be a great fit in this team. He plays guard. He's got great size. 6'3", 322. Strengths, powerful and strong. Great hand technique and balance. He's got a very high football IQ. Some weaknesses is that he is a bit shorter in the arm length again. And he's also not the fastest or the most athletic. Obviously, being 322, going to be hard to beat. But, if you're as good as what he is and, as good as what he was in college, I think you're okay with it. So I do like Cooper Beebe a lot. I do think that he's their third round. You've already addressed, cornerback, edge, even wide receiver. You already done that. If this guy's there, just take him. Why not? I mean, could he fall later, 4th, 5th round? Maybe. I doubt it. Just get him third round. I think I've seen him projected into the late 2nd round too, but I think pick 73 would be a great spot to get him. That is going to do it for today's video. Go down in the comments. Let me know who your favorite O-lineman is. Let me know. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. I appreciate you guys watching. I'll make sure to keep uploading twice a week from now on, and I appreciate you guys watching. Peace.